and then go back to share. Okay. Well, as we wait just another minute or two, people are arriving. I want you to be thinking about what younger means to you. Maybe what one or two things you'd like to change that would make you feel younger. We're always curious about why people join us at these events. And I also want to say, you know, kudos to you for showing up. Give yourself a pat on the back for attending because we just love it that when people are interested in their health and taking charge of how you feel. I am If you want to share in the chat, go ahead. What younger means to you or one or two things that you'd like to change. We are always curious about that. And we're all in different stages of health and aging. So it's important to realize that we might not all be focused on the same goal, and that's okay. It's important to know the things that matter to you and make those your goal, not what someone else tells you should make you feel younger. And I think we're gonna like to wake up feeling rested. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And I remember times when I did not. So that has made such a big difference in my life. Tonight, I think you'll hear, we're going to talk about things like why it's important to know what your goals are and that you actually have the power to make a substantial difference in your health. Yeah, energy to play with grandsons. That's a great one. Yeah, want to be that person as well. And we'll get to experience that hopefully soon. Um, we hope that you'll be, interested, maybe amazed and empowered by what you hear in the next 30 minutes. We're going to challenge you to define what good health means to you, share some startling health statistics, and also give valuable tips to help you age backwards. We'll wrap up with a brief overview of our favorite wellness secret and tell you how you can join our wellness community if you're interested. Now, let's get started. If we haven't met before, oh, we got one more comment. Like doing anything and everything I wish to. Yes, that is so important. And I think you're going to kind of find that as a theme. We all like being able to do the things that we want to. Although I will say I cannot run up the stairs like I think I can in my brain. That is one thing I have not been able to bring back. Like I picture my legs should be able to go super fast, and they don't do that anymore. But if we haven't met before, my name's Tasha Hickert, and I live in Hutchinson, Kansas. I'm a mom of three now grown kids and soon to be a grandma. In my mid 40s, I started feeling really old. I was not sleeping well at all. I was waking up exhausted. As Stacy mentioned, waking up feeling rested really does matter. And so that caused me to be just dragging through the days. I put on weight, but anytime I tried to exercise, I felt like I had the flu for 3 days afterwards. And yet, according to my doctor, my numbers were, fine, and there was really nothing wrong with me. Oh, we're going to admit one there. Great. Oh, I didn't mean to click. Bear with me. Looking back, I know it was early stages of menopause and all the hormone fluctuation that was just wreaking havoc in my body. I wasn't ready to accept that I had to feel terrible for the rest of my life. And so I was doing a lot of looking online, research, just reading about stuff late at night, which then led to me spending money on some crazy supplements here and there. But it ended up being a discussion with a friend that changed my life, quite honestly. And you know what? I'm going to back up just a little bit of a minute. We've added a couple more in here tonight. And I want you to be thinking as I start talking of what younger means to you, and maybe what one or two things you would like to change um, that would help you feel younger. So now back to my story. I was talking with a friend that I had known since fifth grade, and she told me about a health reset program, and I dove right in. I was just feeling desperate. And within a couple weeks, I felt better And then about 3 months later, I honestly felt 10 years younger. But I'm not the only one. You're also going to hear tonight from two of my colleagues and friends that I have met during this journey. These amazing ladies, Andrea Gorham and Stacy Pearson, also love sharing their message of hope. So now, another thought for you. I want you to think about what good health means to you. Now, I'm not talking about the mechanics, not things like drinking water. What does being healthy mean to you? Maybe it means waking up without aches and pains. Or does it mean getting to hike with family or play at the beach? And then let's take that just a little bit further. I think we don't spend enough time picturing our future. So, what do you picture for yourself in 10, 15, or even 20 years? For me, that's 65, 70, and 75. And those used to be really old numbers to me, but as I get closer, it doesn't sound that scary. And I want to be the fun grandma. That's what I want to be. I want to be on the dance floor at family weddings, not watching from the sidelines in a wheelchair. I can tell you that if I was asked that question 10 years ago about how I would be feeling today, oh, good question, Stacy. Can everyone see the slides? Put it in the chat if you're having an issue because I forget to ask those things. Um, it would be entirely wrong. If I had answered that question 10 years ago, I would not have said that I would be feeling as good as I'm feeling now. And it's just because of simple changes that I've made along the way. But let's take a look at what you might be facing. If you're a typical American and don't already have an autoimmune disease or a chronic disease, then the chances are pretty good that you'll develop one or more. It was statistics like these that got my attention. I was happy feeling better, being healthier, helping my family be healthy. But after seeing this and others, especially the American Cancer Society saying in 2019 that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will develop cancer in his or her lifetime, it was these statistics that made me feel obligated to share the information I had learned. The strategy to slow down the aging process, the strategy to keep your cells nourished and strong in order to prevent disease and even to reverse disease. Yes, this formula of treating your body well and feeding it well is scientifically proven to slow and even reverse the signs of aging. To be clear, there are two kinds of AO. Goodness gracious, I'm not sure where we went, so I apologize. Give me just a moment. My Zoom is covering up where I click. I may have to stop. Hold on. I figured it out. Okay, this is where we were. Yep. Two kinds of aging. Chronological, which is where the earth goes around the sun, and obviously we have no control over that whatsoever. And then biological aging, which is the things that we can control, the way that our body actually ages in response to the things that we do to it and the things that it's exposed to. We often think of genes as factors that we have no control over. After all, we inherit them from our biological parents, and from the moment we enter the world, these genes determine so much about us, from our eye color, our hair color, and to risk for certain diseases. Scientists have been studying our DNA and have known for a while that our environment and individual behaviors shape our health, even more maybe than our DNA does. This area is called epigenetics, and we are not going to go into a whole lot about that tonight. But some examples of things that they've learned is that exposure to certain toxins raises your risk of cancer. Exercise strengthens your heart. Eating nutritious foods is good for your brain and your body. Your health and vitality aren't just products of your genes or your DNA. Luckily, there are other factors at work, factors that you can control. The environmental influences that we can control work kind of like a combination lock. The combination of the nutrition and hydration, exercise, stress, and sleep, all of those things work and affect your body individually, but they also affect each other. So if you're eating nutritious foods, you will then probably be able to sleep better and you're going to be fueling your body so you can exercise better. Well, then exercise and sleep are going to help your body with the way you react to stress. So they're all intermingled. And because you're probably tired of hearing my voice, to help explain that further, along with giving you tips and ways to get started, is Andrea Gorham. She resides in Kansas City metro area and is a vibrant mom also to three grown kids. She's a GG to two. Andrea, take it away.
Well, hello everyone. As Tasha said, I'm Andrea Gorham. I live in the Kansas City area and I have three grown children. And like she said, I'm the Gigi of two little boys, the love of my life. One
Hold
is five
on,
and one is 20 months.
I can't advance the slides.
Oh,
We've not had this issue before.
I'll wait just a minute.
I'm frozen.
Hmm.
I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to go back in. It has made itself crazy. Getting previews of everything Andrea has to say. Oh, there we are.
There we are.
All
That's
right.
okay. All righty. So I'm also a retired homeschool mom, but now always have had a passion for health, but now I have a passion for helping people, especially those people in the season of life that I'm in right now, to create simple, sustainable lifestyle habits, just so that we can keep doing the things that we love now into retirement and, of course, beyond. So for me, heart disease runs in my family on both sides. My dad had a heart attack at 52 um, and lived, but his dad had a heart attack at 52 and passed away. So my mom, she died suddenly, just the day after she turned 75 of a massive stroke. And at that point, I was 39. I felt, I was so young to lose my mom. So I learned I didn't have to go down that same path though. So I started making changes in my own life and in the life of my family. And so tonight I want to share some of the powerful but simple habits that we adopted to help us all live a life of more vitality, some strength and joy. So let's talk about movement first. So our bodies were meant to move. Movement is essential for health, and not just for weight, but for energy, longevity, and also our emotional well-being. Exercise, as we know, we all know it has many benefits. Some of them, as you see here, are it boosts our metabolism, it improves our flexibility, improves our mental clarity, strengthens our heart, but it also helps us build muscle. And so, did you know that we lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass each decade after the age of 30? That's so young, but that's what happens. So, guess what? Our workout really must include weights. So, what's the best exercise you will do other than weights? It's the one that you will do consistently. So we don't have to lift super heavy weights. We don't have to become Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you do need to incorporate weights into our workouts weekly. I mean, not every single day, but at least 3 days a week. Start light and then gradually as you get stronger, increase the weight. Weightlifting not only builds our muscle, but it also builds our bones and it boosts our metabolism because muscle burns calories basically as we rest, even as we sleep. So cardio is important, but it doesn't have to be high intensity. At our age, excessive cardio, if we're not doing weights, excessive cardio burns muscle as well as fat. So we're not going to see the toning that could happen if we start lifting weights. So did you know that as we age, our bodies do not recover nearly as fast as they did when we were in our 20s and 30s? So we want to move. The goal is to raise our heart rate, to build strength, and to stay mobile. So the next step would be rest and recovery. Muscles don't grow during workouts. During the workout is when our muscle is torn, but they grow when we're resting or sleeping. And sleep also is so important for other reasons. It balances our blood sugar, it lowers our stress, it strengthens our immune system, and it just helps us be nicer people when we get a good night's sleep, right? So, if sleep has become a challenge for you as it had been for me, um, you're not alone. That there's so many people who, as they age, their sleep just starts to get worse for whatever reason. But here are some tips that helped me personally, and I hope they'll help you. So, first of all, plan your day the night before. So, if you need to pack a bag for the next day to go to work, if you need to pack a lunch, if you need to get things, like your glasses where they need to be, your keys, your shoes, so you're not looking for those last minute. Have everything prepared the night before so you can rest at night knowing, okay, I'm just going to get up, get ready, and go. Turn off electronics about an hour before bed. This rests your eyes and can calm your brain. The blue light from our phones and our screens disrupts our metabolism. End the day with gratitude or prayer. Journaling is good. Just have a quiet time. And this helps your mind relax as well and to shift into a zone where your body wants to rest and sleep. Stretch at night and hydrate during the day. So if you get nighttime like restless legs or cramps, make sure that all day long you are hydrating your body with plenty of water. And then at night, just do some gentle stretches before you go to bed. The other thing is to keep your room at a cool temperature. We sleep better in a cooler environment. They say 68 degrees is a good temperature. Stick to a consistent bedtime and wake time, and don't worry about how much sleep you get in between. Your body craves routine, and it helps regulate your internal body clock to always try to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every day. So those are the things that really helped me with my sleep. So now let's talk about food or our fuel. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food, says Hippocrates. And I'm pretty sure he was not talking about macaroni and cheese or soda pop. He was talking about whole, real food, eaten as close to how it was created as it could be. Nutrition starts with hydration, and our bodies are mostly water, as you see on this slide. So aim to drink half your body weight in ounces every day. If you're on medication or if you're trying to manage a health condition, you may even need more water. But as I said earlier, hydrate throughout the day. Don't drink too much water close to bedtime so that you won't be waking up in the middle of the night to have to use the restroom. So, aging foods to avoid. We all want to look and feel our best. So, here are some foods that age us that we want to stay away from. And I call the first ones the three P's: pre-packaged foods, processed foods, and pre-prepared foods, things that you would find mostly in the middle of the grocery store rather than around the perimeter. Another thing would be added sugars and artificial sweeteners, fried foods, GMO types of foods. These damage the health of every cell in our body, and they show up on our skin, in our mood, and in our energy in a negative way. So, what we want to do is concentrate on beauty foods or anti-aging foods. So, we want to focus on what we can eat really to support our skin health and strong bodies and sharp minds. So, Some of the things that are um, we really should focus on are especially as all greens. For instance, kale, broccoli, anything leafy is really important because um, all the green vegetables are just packed with chlorophyll, which is a natural healer. Nuts and seeds, like especially pumpkin seeds, macadamia nuts, these also protect our cells. Colorful fruits and vegetables, eat the rainbow. So all the color in fruits and vegetables is what is again gives us all our vitamins and our minerals and things that we need for health. Another one is olives. Olives are rich in healthy fats, and radishes are high in vitamin C and sulfur, which are great for our connective tissues. And hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are a complete protein, and they're full of good fats for your skin, your hair, and your nails. So remember this, what you don't digest, you wear on your skin. Our skin is one of our largest detox organs. So if you're not eating well, this is a place it'll really show up. Um, the next slide is about an anti-aging food pyramid. What do you see at the base? Plants and healthy fats. These foods are full of thousands of phytonutrients that slow the aging and boost vitality. You'll also see on here whole grains and pastas, legumes. You'll see nuts, and you also see some meats. You know, you don't. I'm not a vegetarian. You don't have to be a vegetarian or a vegan. If you choose to, that's fine too. I eat meat, but I make sure it's high quality meat, like grass fed. Um, just minimally processed. As on this pyramid, it says grass-fed beef, organic chicken, things like that, salmon, sardines, those are all good. And as you go up, you see different things on there, ending with chocolate, just a little bit, but dark chocolate's really good for us. So we deserve to feel strong and vibrant and joyful as we age, not just now, but for the decades ahead, as Tasha had said. And it all starts with how we move, how we rest, and nourish our bodies every day, not just once in a while. I've shared a lot tonight, but how about how we can fuel our bodies, move with purpose, and rest with intention. But there's another piece of the wellness puzzle and that is our community. One of the greatest gifts in this journey is not going it alone. And that brings me to someone I'm excited for you to hear from tonight. Stacy's not only a dear friend, but she's also a powerful example of what it looks like to live this lifestyle with grace, authenticity, and purpose. She has an incredible testimony story and a heart for helping others. And I know you're going to be inspired by what she has to share.
Thank you, Andrea. Hello, friends. Thanks for coming tonight. I'm Stacy. As you know, I live in Laramie, Wyoming. My passion for health and wellness deepened when my husband was diagnosed with prostate cancer at a very young age in his 40s. And despite living what we thought was a healthy lifestyle of exercise, drinking smoothies, we were eating fruits and vegetables, and my kids were actually antibiotic free at age 5 and 7, we still could consume more fruits and vegetables. So I started the research for a cancer prevention diet, and I discovered how cancer cells thrive in acidic environments. They feed on sugar, gluten, alcohol, and even stress. I also learned that an alkaline diet rich in fruits and vegetables could help create conditions where cancer can't survive. So, in order to battle these cells, this kind of diet was going to be our best line of defense. So fast forward 10 years, and I'm happy to share that my husband is still cancer and med free, and my kids are still free from any antibiotics. Okay, we're on the home stretch, so stay with us. We're going to take a few seconds to rest, not to rest, but yes, rest, but we're going to reset our focus and protect our minds. So I'm going to have everyone close your eyes, and we're going to take in 3 deep breaths. So here we go. Big breath in, and we're going to hold it for 4. And then we're going to release for 4. And then in for 4 and out for 4. And one last time, in for 4 and out for 4. Did you know that deep breathing also helps with what's called our relaxation response, which helps lower blood pressure and our heart rate? It improves our immune system functioning, reduces levels of stress hormones in the blood, reduces lactic acid buildup in our muscle tissue, balancing levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood. It increases physical energy, increases feeling of calm and well-being. We know that food can either destroy your cells or it can protect them. Food is not just about filling us up, but it protects the cell. Cells become tissue, tissues become an organ, and organs become an organ system. So, why is that important? The human body is just a complex network of systems that work together to keep life sustaining processes running smoothly. These systems break down food for fuel, clear away waste, repair damaged tissue and DNA, and to fight infectious germs. And when systems are not running properly, the result is inflammation. Inflammation is aging, and aging is disease. So now that we're aware of foods, fats, chlorophyll, plants that have phytonutrients and nutrition, exercise and sleep that help slow down the aging process, and that we know that your DNA is no longer your destination and that 75% of chronic disease is preventable, which life are you going to design? How will you link all of this together and practice in your everyday life? Well, don't worry, it doesn't have to be hard. We're here to share a simple way to get good nutrition into your body. We've actually have produce in capsules, chewables, and powders, and kids eat free. We have complete shakes that make great smoothies and are packed with prebiotics, fiber, protein, and greens. And we even have omegas that are plant-based, so no fish burps because it comes from plants and no fish. Juice Plus produce has changed our lives, and we have had the benefit to eat over 30 fruits and vegetables like peaches, beets, cranberries, kale, pineapple, spinach, elderberries that circulate in our body's tissues, our organs, and our organ systems. Juice Plus is vegan, made with non-GMO ingredients, gluten-free, certified by quality and safety by NSF. It's certified kosher and backed by science with over 30 gold standard independent research studies like MD Anderson, Yale, Georgetown, that shows this kind of powder gets into the cells. This, my friends, is how we've been aging backwards for sure. And when kids and adults start this kind of produce eating, imagine how it can impact their overall health. So again, if you don't have a program and you want to snip out the fire, look and feel younger by summer, and age backwards with us, you can be a part of our amazing Reset 25 community. We're going to start this coming Monday, June 2nd, and our support team call will start on Tuesday, June 3rd. We meet on Zoom at 11 a.m. or 6 p.m. Mountain every week, and you can join us at your convenience. So please feel free to take a screenshot if interested. This exact community is how Tasha and Andrea and I met, and it truly is the best health club I've been a part of. The Reset 25 lifestyle will be a game changer for so many people, and I truly love the accountability. It's been life-changing for me and my family. We come together and share tips, recipes, and talk about how we can succeed together by eating all those beauty foods. It's this kind of accountability that produces success, and the benefits have really been amazing. This program has helped me stay on track through menopause, as well with minimal symptoms. And my doctor kept saying I had atypical blood results. I'm happy to share that I'm still hormone replacement free and feeling great. So are you ready to feel younger by summer and get healthier from the inside out? For those of you who are ready, we have a special incentive until this Saturday, May 31st. But get it now so you can start with us on June 2nd. And remember, kids can eat free too. This includes the trio fruits, vegetables, and berries, and free Luminate drink that contain nootropics and adaptogens that support cognitive function and helping with mental energy, alertness, and focus. You also get to choose either one chocolate or vanilla complete smoothie powder that can be a meal replacement or snack and adds another 10 plants to your day. This is the easy button to getting started, and it is a great start to getting more beauty foods into your diet daily. So let's start feeling better together from the inside out. So get back in touch with the person who invited you tonight, and thank you so much for your time. We're happy to stay on a few more minutes if anyone has any questions.